The Kia Cerato has long been one of our favourites over at Car Advice Drive. It's also been one of Australia's favourites too, given that it finished up on the top 10 best sellers list for 2020. We're here with the facelift model, and it's not just the badge that's new on the front. There's upgraded safety, new features and higher prices to go with it. What's it like to drive? Well, let's jump behind the wheel and go and find out. Pricing for the Kia Cerato range is up across the board by anywhere from $500 to $1,000 depending on the model purchased. As the manual transmission has been deleted from the range, prices are naturally up. The entry used to be $23,490, it's now $25,990 or $2,500 more with an automatic transmission. The car featured in the video is a top-line turbocharged Cerato GT, now priced from $36,990 drive away, an extra $1,000 than before. On the outside, most of the new design elements include a new front bumper, new headlights, and most importantly, new branding on the front. What do you think about Kia's new badge? Let us know in the comments below. On the inside, there are a couple of things that are new for 2021. The first is a 10.25-inch infotainment system that uses wired Apple CarPlay. It's worth mentioning that as the smaller 8-inch items get wireless Apple CarPlay. Another thing that's new is an opening glass sunroof. A nice addition as it brings a lot of light into the cabin, especially with this dark headlining. As for other items, well, the seats are the same as before. They're nicely bolstered with electric lumbar support, heated and cooled too for that matter. There's wireless charging, a JBL premium sound system and dual zone climate control as well. One small downside with the update is that we don't get the digital instrument cluster like international markets. Bit of a shame that. Over in the second row, space is a little bit tight, but you get that in this class of car. I've got a couple of centimetres of knee room behind my own sitting position, decent footroom and fair enough headroom. Another addition for 2021 is that all Ceratos now get rear air vents, which is great when you're carrying children in the second row. If you're after the most boot space, consider the sedan body type, as it features 502 litres of storage. The hatchback features less, at 428 litres. All versions in Australia come with a space-saving spare wheel under the boot floor. As you may be aware, Kia Australia customises its ride and handling characteristics for cars in our country to suit our roads. For the update, Kia's local outfit has only made changes to the range-topping GT model, with S, Sport and Sport Plus versions featuring the same localised suspension tune as before. The regular Kia Cerato comes with a 2-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and torque converter automatic. We're in the Cerato GT at the moment, which has a 1.6-litre turbocharged engine and 7-speed dual clutch. With about 150 kilowatt of power, it's got enough mumbo to keep you happy. You put your foot down, it responds well, the transmission is great. This is a dual clutch too, and sometimes they can have a bit of tendency to lurch or be a bit annoying, but this one's calibrated really well. It's smooth, it's good in stop-start traffic, and overall, I'm very impressed with it. As this is a GT, it's been tuned a little bit more sporty than the regular Cerato range, and for 2021, interestingly, they've actually reduced the stiffness of this car in order to make it more supple and easier to live with. It's easier to drive on bumpy roads, it's less fidgety, it's less busy, and it's just a more mature package overall. In terms of active safety equipment, you get everything with this car in a top-of-the-range model. Radar cruise control, active lane tracing assist, lane keeping assist, the whole kit and caboodle. It's worth mentioning that the Kia Cerato GT is not an outright hot hatch like an i30N or a Ford Focus ST. It's more of a warm hatch, which means it's a great double in terms of being a regular road car as well as a fun weekender. There's enough chassis control and enough stiffness here to have a bit of fun with on the back road, but it's comfortable enough to live with on the day-to-day. If you're shopping around the $35,000 mark and don't want to make the stretch to a $40,000 and some hot hatch, the Kia Cerato GT makes for a really good, cheaper alternative. The Kia Cerato remains an excellent choice if you're shopping for a small passenger car. Sure, prices are up from $500 to $1,000 across the range, but you do get a lot of extra gear, so it's not completely daylight robbery. My pick of the range is that GT model. It's a smart, mature, warm hatch that will give you a couple of thrills on the weekend whilst keeping the day-to-day nice and easy. We'll be spending some more time with the wider Cerato range in the coming few weeks, so make sure you let us know in the comment section below if you've got any questions. And as usual,